D&Q Dirt Series is starting back for the 2017 season with the Milltona 50 for the D&Q Busch, IROC, and Cup Series here at the Millbridge Speedway. We've got a lot of karts on hand, and tonight it should be a lot of racing action as we fire off the 2017. Welcome to the Millbridge Speedway. Tonight it is the Milltona 50, the biggest race of the D&Q Dirt Series. I am Bob Duato, and as always, here with Bill Chester. Bill, 50 laps today for the Cup Series, around 30 for the D&Q Busch Series and IROC Series. What do you expect here tonight?
I expect I'm probably not going to make it until the end of the Cup Series because I'm on my third cocktail and I'm about to be fucking drunk.
Yes, the liquor is flowing up here in the booth at Millbridge Speedway. We've got a lot of racers here today, a lot of IROC Series division racers here.
Yeah, a lot of new guys here. It's great to see. We got some peasants, some good guys. I think we're going to have a great race. You know, the peasants I expect to bring out a lot of cautions. But some of the good guys, I mean, we saw the number 3, whoever that is, he's here.
Yes, Pleasanton.
Some of the other good guys from last year, some other
Moody.
good guys from around the area here. So I expect a good race.
Well, down here, Curtis Markham making his series debut. Curtis, we heard you bought the charter from Richie Stone at the end of the year to come down here and run in the IROC Series. How do you feel about that?
Well, I bought the charter. I knew I'd run in the back. I probably wouldn't be able to qualify, so that's why I got the charter, so now I'm in the race.
A new experience for you in go-kart racing. Well, new to us to see you in a go-kart. I'm sure you've raced before, but what made you want to get into the D&Q Series?
Well, I've been following it for years now, and it looked like a lot of fun, so I thought I'd give it a shot. First time I've been on dirt in 40-some years, so we'll see what happens.
Well, Curtis Markham's going to go back on his experience and hope it helps him today, guys, in the IROC Series.
Well, Curtis Markham buying that charter from Richie Stone, and another guy we're talking about here is Christian Moody there with his car.
Christian Moody was like the Kevin Harvick of the D&Q Series last year. Led all those laps, dominated, could never close it. But one thing I can close on is Christian Moody's mom. Woof.
Yeah. And the rest of these guys, the IROC Series has grown for this race. Lots of cars here for this race here tonight.
Down to Eddie and Ding Dong.
Mention the mustache. Well, the man they call Ding Dong, Clayton Brewer down here. You've got the Earnhardt mustache going today. Can you channel your inner Dale to get a good finish here today?
Well, we're going to try to give them hell. Last couple races didn't go so good, and we fired some people this offseason. We hired some new ones. We did complete rebuild of this kart, so should be pretty good.
I see you've got a really big seat in there. Is that to help you with driver comfort?
Yeah, driver comfort there. Not fatigue at all. Just got a bigger boy here. Got to be comfortable in his seat.
I heard Tyler Young's coming here today. Is he going to be your driver coach?
He's going to try. I'll let him design this thing. He said, I want to build the decals for it. And I said, you pay for them, you can put whatever you want on it. So we went from there. He's going to come out here and try to give me a hand, see how we can do.
Well, Ding Dong's a businessman as well as a racer. Look for him to have a good race here tonight at the Milltona 50.
So as we watch the IROC Series practice, and we have a lot more IROC Series karts this year than we did last year. Great to see the series grow.
Yeah, we do, and we got a good mix of people that know what they're doing and a lot of peasants. I mean, we could talk about people like Alex Ripstein, who is just running around the back, a field filler, and we'll talk about that fella in the gray cart there who's giving Christian Moody one of the dominant karts here a run for his money.
And it's great to see Phil Gould in this series too. Xfinity Series crew chief, and he is going to make his first debut here with Alex Cunningham doing tires for him.
Yeah, Alex Cunningham, one of the dominant karts in the Peasant Series. Let's see if his shit actually can run with the guys above it, because usually it can't.
Well, last year in the Milltona 50, it was David Markham who had the kart to beat, and unfortunately he did not win this race, as we see here from last year's race.
Yeah, Timmy Nye, I mean, who's been strong, who's won the last Milltona 50 for the last couple of years. GRP Racing just been absolutely dominant. Here you see Timmy Nye putting it to David Markham last year. Let's see if he can get it done again this year.
It got to a late race restart. Markham chose the bottom, which nobody had chosen up until that point. That was in the lead, and Tim Nye took home the win, but Eddie is down.
David Markham, a driver that has almost won this race a couple times. David, you almost won this race last year. What do you got to do to get it done today? You've been so close so many times.
I got to not let people take advantage of me. That's what I've been doing. I've been letting people rough me up, and that ain't going to happen anymore.
Without Too Tall Medill here today, do you feel like that's a benefit for you to finish the race?
Yeah, you know, you don't have that moving chicane out there. That's a really good thing to have. Yeah, for sure.
David Markham looks to take home his first win this year in the biggest race of the year, the Milltona 50. That was David Markham, who almost won this race last year. Does he have a chance to win the race this year?
Absolutely not. No, his shit has been off all of the end of last season. I don't expect it to be any better this year. I expect everybody else to step their game up. The Markhams have expanded to 3 cars just like GMS. I think they're going to run just like them, dead fucking last.
Yeah, that is a good point. And we also talk about the Busch Series, and Andrew Tagliani, a new driver, started last year halfway through the season. This year, his shit looks legit, though. I think he's got a shot.
He's got a fucking rainbow suit on. I think the back of his suit says, like, something like Powerpuff Girls or fucking Rainbow Horse or some bullshit like that. It's super fucking gay.
Well, let's go down to him. He's down there with Eddie right now. Alex Taglamont hopes that 2017 will be his season in the DNQ Busch Series. And Alex, you've done a lot of work in the offseason. Do you think that's going to help you this year in the Busch Series?
Hopefully that's the plan, but the biggest thing out here in the Busch Series is keep it clean nose the whole race and just be there at the end.
Do you think you're going to be able to take as much as you did last year with this thing, a beautiful body on this kart here this week? What's it going to take for you to stay away from the people who race you that way?
Definitely tonight, since we're doing 2-lap qualifying nice, hard lap, starting up front, it's definitely going to help. So I'll save the stuff for the end, like I said, and hopefully everything we did during the offseason, all the prep, pays off.
Alex Taglamont hopes 2017 is his year in the Busch Series, guys.
Thanks. Go from here. The Busch Series karts are getting ready to do their qualifying, and you got to put a lap down here, Bill.
God, that white wheel is the ugliest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well,
yeah, you got to sack up. This is 1 lap traditional qualifying, a real man's qualifying lap. Get out there and get after it.
Well, coming up next, we'll have the IROC Series feature.
The 21 Little Debbie car all over the track today.
Ken Schrader? Is that you?
Maybe.
But who's driving the car?
Oh my goodness, the Little Debbie car is heading the wrong way.
Well, the DNQ IROC Series had driver intros, and there's Curtis Markham. This field is impressive here for tonight.
Stacked with classics. Curtis Markham is a classic. He's your 23-year-old Scotch.
Yeah. Well seasoned and ready to just knock you on your ass if you're not watching it completely the whole time. But the driver intro is part of the Milltona 50 every year. We got to thank Millbridge Speedway for doing this. Jeremy and Ashley do a great job at this racetrack.
Yeah, that's enough smoke. Looks like Snoop Dogg came rolled up here at Milltona, but actually it was just Paul Rice.
Well, let's get ready to look at the DNQ IROC Series starting lineup. Well, getting ready to start the IROC Series race, and Richie Stone has sold his charter to Curtis Markham, and the IROC Series division has grown quite a bit. We went from having about 8 karts to about 16 karts here tonight. That's got to do something with Millbridge expanding into being the #1 go-kart track of the race.
The problem is Premium Motorsports and Tryhard has just expanded, and all of the good teams have not. So really we just have more peasants than we do good people.
Mike Tapper on the pole for the race here tonight. His car seems pretty fast. He was a Final Four championship contender last year. He's got to be one of the favorites to win.
Yeah, I mean, he was good last year. He won some races. Go to Candy's Cabaret, for Christ's sake. But Mike Tapper starting on the pole. Should be a good race. We saw the #3 car who did good last year. Let's see if he's got anything for him.
Let's have a look at this starting lineup for the DNQ IROC Series division.
Let's take a look at the IROC Series starting lineup. In row 1, we've got Mike Tapper, Jake Coon.
Row number 2, Christian Moody and Randy Armstrong.
Row number 3 has Phil Gould in his series debut, and Tim Coon.
Surprisingly, Tim Coon up front. Caleb Porter, row number 5 with Dylan Preston.
The real row number 5, Ryan Valance and Curtis Markham.
Row number 6, Alex Ripstein, R4 Peasant, and the 44, David Crops.
I forgot what row we're in, but Matt Brailsford and Wayne Rozier will on the next row, and Tyler Malone will round out the field in the IROC Series. For those of you at home, this series is down to 2016, 2017 AKR rules. You can't flip ahead, fuck everyone else wants to bitch about it. 390 pounds, and Max's Pink and Blues. We're getting ready to take the green as Tapler, the fastest car here in qualifying, will lead the field to the green.
Bob, I've already fired up my cocktail, and we are green. Here we go into the first quarter. Who pulls away? It is Tapler.
Tapler takes the lead with Kuhn in second, Moody in third, and that'll be Armstrong there in fourth as he goes up into the angel dust there.
Yeah, David Crops, you already see him pulling off. He works on the 43 car on Sunday, so that's nothing new to him. He's absolutely worth doing that. He tried to run Cup, couldn't run worth the fuck. Took a step down to Peasant, can't run that either. But we've got a battle for the lead. Tapler and Mike and Kuhn.
Tapler, Kuhn, Moody, and Gould. There are two as well, and Gould is making his way through the field. Gould should probably drive the 16 Xfinity car instead of Brian Reed. Instead, he crew chiefs it.
My God, I mean, anybody in this race right now is better than fucking Ryan Reed.
Well, you know what? You're a couple candy bars away from diabetes, so just wolf down a bunch of food, and you should be able to drive that thing.
The battle for third here, fourth, whatever the fucking position this is, it's hard to see how many positions Christian Moody's lost since the start, but it's pretty intense.
You got Dustin Pleasanton there in that red cart there in the 3. He's a newcomer, moved down from Delaware, and he's having a good run as we already have a battle for the lead here. Looks like Jake Kuhn and Phil Gould is all over his ass. We go on board with Jake in the Crown Royal in car.
Yeah, what I want to point out is Tim Kuhn, a fan of the high side, not like Strickler, the high side tickler, but Tim Kuhn, a fan of the high side, is a typical 8th, 9th place car in Cup, and he's up here battling for the lead. That just shows the difference between the Cup. And we got a caution.
Caution is out on the racetrack, just like Randy Armstrong and Christian Moody go for a spin. Let's look at that again in the instant replay. Not sure what happened here. Looks like David Crops got them all bottled up and they shit-canned each other.
Oh, yeah, got bottled up behind a lap car. I mean, that's tough. Those two guys were very impressive in qualifying, and we're right up there at the front. Let's see if they can get their shit together.
Choose going restarts for the IROC Series because these guys have more talent than the Busch Series, so they get to choose what lane they want to restart it. So if you're dead last, nobody chooses the top, you can go straight to the front.
At least the guys who just spun out chose the top. If they chose the bottom, I mean, there's no hope.
We are back underway here. And
yeah, jumping left rears.
You got to make sure you're squared up before you hit somebody as we are back under green.
There you see Tim Kuhn taking that high side all the way to the back.
That's his son Jake, actually. Tim is running third. Jake is in the red suit, and Tim is up there somewhere with a cheated up engine because he's not going to go through for tech.
Well, I'm glad you pointed that out, Bob, because I don't fucking know.
That's all right. We are very deep into the cocktails as Mike Tapler leads this race. Phil Gould, though, he is lurking in the background, getting ready to make a move on Mike Tapler. He gets in the corner.
Jumping left.
Well, he was. He was going to make a move there. It looks like Caleb Porter has moved into the second place, a newcomer, and Gould is so much faster on entry and exit. It's got to be the tires. It looks like, at this racetrack, I would assume being harder on tires would be better for you.
I mean, you would think that. Look at how Monster Ultra Black the Groove is getting right now. You need a little bit harder tire, especially when those Monster Ultra Black girls come around.
You're right. Yes, you get harder, especially. Yeah, that's something you've learned with experience, and Phil Gould has learned that the blacker it gets, the harder you need to be.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, see, him and Alex Cunningham for sure have learned that. I'll tell you what, though, Tapler is strolling. It's going to be hard to beat Mike Tapler here.
Tapler, he's got his shit together. I mean, he's had all off-season. I know. I went to his shop to check templates, and he had his shit on the pull-down, testing all kinds of different bump rubbers. He was getting his shit tuned in. I said, Mike, what are you going to do new for the 500 this year? And he was like, I built a whole new car, new chassis, new body, all new geometry, and it looks like it's paying off for him, Bob.
Yeah, and he's running a little bit higher line than Phil is in 1 and 2, and I think that gives him the momentum off, but Phil gets in 3 and 4 so much harder than he does, and Phil can turn down underneath him, and it looks like it's only a matter of time before Phil gets him here.
Yeah, Phil could get down to the yellow line and stick that splitter all the way on the apron and hook it, where Tapler, he likes to stay up and put the rubbers right on the top seam there.
Yeah, and it's a very, look at that closing rate on edge.
Whoa! Tapler blows it!
Tapler just fucked up right there. And Tim Coon's there to capitalize on that as well. New leader, Phil Gould, will take the lead. And Tapler, Coon, and Brailsford there in fourth. Brailsford, welcome back to the D&Q series. Another thing that happened, Woodleaf got shit canned because D&Q was so cool. Everybody quit running Woodleaf, but Millbridge is the prestige track now for go-kart racing, and this is a great way to break your stuff in.
Oh, God, Crops up in the angel dust again. Crops, come on, get your shit together. At least get legit Roush shit now, for Christ's sake.
Oh, Brailsford cutting off that.
Yeah, the battle for third and fourth is solid. Tapler, he must have burned his shit up. He must be running like 62% nose weight. That right front is 10 pounds more than it needs to be right now.
Yeah, and he's pulling a Sadler here. That's what's happening. He was good. He got passed by one car and gave up.
Yep, that's it. He's done.
That's it. Y'all have screwed this go-kart up. As now he's powering back. The road back to the front here as Tapler trying to make his way back through, and that happens here. You lose your momentum with these lower horsepower engines. We don't see this as much in the Cup Series because you have the power, but once you lose it, it's over. It takes a while to get that momentum back up.
Gould is just absolutely smoking the field now. It looks like he might have started out on a little bit lower air pressure, hit the splitter the first couple of laps. Now the air's pumped up and the splitter's down, and he is hauling ass, Bob.
Oh, yeah, he better hope we don't get a long caution here, otherwise his tires might go flat. Maybe he's bleeding them.
Yeah, you think he's bleeding those tires?
He might be, and D&Q, nobody gives a shit.
No.
You'll be lucky if we check weight.
The battle for fourth here, Tim Coon, who's arcing it in there like Elliott Sadler with that short right side truck arm. It's just, it looks like his motor might be blowing up, something's happened. He doesn't have the ass that it once had.
Phil Gould has checked out by at least a straightaway over this field. And Curtis Markham and Ripstein, he's going to lap them.
Oh, he threads the needle on the lap cars.
Holy shit. Tyler Lalone there. This is like the B main right here, minus Phil Gould, of course. And Dustin Pleasanton up to second, a newcomer in this series, having a great run here today.
Yeah, it is. It's great to see new people come in and run well. I think the more people we get, the harder it is to do that. So capitalize while you can, people. We got a yellow.
Caution is out. This is probably our 5 to go caution.
5 to go here. We've seen Mike Tapler, Phil Gould, and a couple others. Armstrong just race the shit out of each other in this race. So we've seen a lot of action here so far. Tim Coon's very strong.
Yeah, Tim Coon, who rocks the high side tickler. You know, not Josh Strickler, but we saw Tim Coon run very, very well. Phil Gould's really the surprise here. I mean, let's see if he can hang on for the very end and get his first win in his first race.
Yeah, Phil Gould is one step away from diabetes to being inside that 16 Xfinity car. He should be driving instead of Ryan Reed, like we said earlier.
Yes, he absolutely should. And really, Alex Cunningham, any one of those other guys should be in the 6th car.
Yeah, we saw Darrell Wallace ran here in Busch Series, and he could only run top 5, so that should tell you something.
At best.
Well, here we go. Let's see who's going to take home the trophy in today's race.
5 to go caution. Let's see who picks what lane. What lane would you choose if you were behind the top 5 here?
Ooh, well, I mean, there you see Tim Coon in third. Choose the top because he wants to be the Strickler high side tickler. But there's only one of them, and he comes right after Jimmy Johnson in a commercial.
Yes, he does.
But if I was in the top 5, you gotta stay on the bottom.
Here we go, green flag. We are back underway, and we're going to see if that works out for Caleb Porter, who is right behind them. And
wow,
like
Tim Coon sticking with him.
I'm
surprised. Might move down into that 2nd spot, and he does.
Oh,
we're backwards. We're in the wall.
Moody gets turned around, and the caution is out. And
he's pissed.
Yeah, I would say so. Looks like him and Brailsford got into it there. He's going to fire his shit back up and get turned around.
He missed.
Let's see. Let's look at this again.
Oh my God! Just killed him.
He said, "Fuck you."
Didn't even try.
Yeah, no, that was. Brailsford was running like top 3, and I don't know what happened, but he shit canned Moody there.
A little bit surprising. I wonder if there's some revenge there. I don't. All right, so Tim Coon, you're a fucking idiot. Why would you go to the top?
Yeah, if you're running 2nd, there's no way you should go to the top. Moody and Brailsford both go to the top.
Brailsford, I mean, that makes sense. You know, he was DNL, so why not go to the top?
There we go. We're back under green, and can Coon hold that top line? Oh,
whoa,
my God.
Horrible start by the leader. Tim Coon can't he get down? No!
Oh, Gould just said, sorry, buddy, I was leading this thing. You can kiss my ass. They're going through, but the rest of this field, a full-blown shit show.
Armstrong with a great run on the inside. Let's see if he can pull down into their no.
Oh,
And
my
big
God.
touch.
I don't know who that is. It might be Porter, but that was impressive. They just straight up just shit canned the guy who tried to
Door
pass him.
slam.
That's
Tim
cool.
Kuhn might get the best finish of his career here if he can hang on.
He might, as he is running second right now to Phil Gould and Dustin Pleasanton in third, who is impressive shit out of us. As the white flag's out for Phil Gould.
Oh, one more lap it is for Phil Gould, the newcomer. All he's got to do is hold off Tim Kuhn, the veteran. I think he can do it, ladies and gentlemen. One more corner to go. Phil Gould, for the first time, takes the checkered.
And we've got a shit.
Oh my God.
They're wrecking shit in the back.
That was for last.
That looked like Jay Kuhn and Ripstein.
Well, Phil Gould takes home the win as we suspected here today, and man, he was just a lot better than everybody else.
Phil Gould really got his shit together at the end. It looked like in practice he was really working on the long run. It paid off for him in the race, getting his first win. But we know Alex Cunningham does the tires on that kart, so he really's got his shit together in the Peasant Series. I think Alex might be ready to step up to the IROC Series with the success that Phil Gould here had tonight.
Well, with the success that Phil Gould has had here tonight, you know that Alex is about ready with his tire selection. If he has a couple tires, he knows what to go to right now.
Yeah, absolutely. But in the Peasant Series, all you're allowed is some hard-ass motherfucking junk tires. So, congrats to Alex Cunningham for knowing what the fuck to do besides those junk plastic pieces of shit that the peasants run on.
We ran on something just like that at Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, we run on something like that next week in Las Vegas.
You're right. Well, that's how late this video got done. We've been very busy. Well, let's go down to Victory Lane. Phil Gould in his first ever DNQ IROC Series start takes home the win in the IROC Series. And Phil, your first start in the DNQ IROC Series, and you get a win. Alex Cunningham must have helped you out pretty good there.
Alex helped me a lot. Alex did my tires for me, and that makes, everybody knows in go-karts, that's all the difference in the world. But it was a fun race, real clean race. All the guys run real clean. It was a lot of fun.
That choose cone restart at the end there with 5 to go, and then we had another one after that. It seems like Tim Kuhn was really pressing you hard on that restart. How were you able to keep him behind you?
Well, he could get a way better jump than me, but once we got to the corner, it was game over.
Well, Phil Gould takes home his first win in the DNQ IROC Series, one of hopefully many. Congratulations.
Well, let's take a look at this last restart here, which became a shit show as we're on board with Jay Kuhn for the last couple laps of this race.
Wow, they are 3 wide for DNL. Mike Tapler, the early leader, way back here in the field.
Yeah, and in the DNQ series, this is what makes it fun right here, is this right here. Your regular go-kart show, you get strung out and it's over, but look at these guys battling for positions. As Jay Kuhn shows you, it's every man for themselves out there.
My God, yeah, these guys are battling for points here at the end of the year because we all know the banquet is some of the most prestigious. Wow, a shot there. But we all know the banquet is some of the best times in the most prestigious night of the year.
Absolutely, and the white flag flew in. Look at this right here. They
Oh my God, 3 wide, 4 wide.
4 wide. Now look what happens here.
Tapler passed 5 go-karts
Up
in
in the
one
Angel
corner.
Dust, Ripstein
Oh,
gets them.
killed.
Absolutely destroyed. Let's go down to Dustin Pleasanton.
Yep.
Dustin Pleasanton comes home third tonight in the DNQ IROC Series race, and it seemed like from 5th on back was a full-blown mess. How were we able to get through all that and finish third?
I don't know, man. I was starting back in 8th, and I missed practice because the motor wasn't running, and we got it back together somehow. I've never been here. I'm from Delaware, so I'm glad we came in top 3 for off-axis, and Chet's Weldon. That Millennium was flying, that's for sure.
Now this series is completely new to you, the DNQ series. What was it like out there, getting to be able to do choose cone restarts, the qualifying, and all the practice?
Oh man, that was fun. It just made it harder out there to pick what line you wanted on the restarts, and it was fun for sure.
Dustin Pleasanton comes home in the 3rd place here tonight in the DNQ IROC Series feature. Hey, congratulations. Thanks for...
Well, the DNQ Busch Series drivers are doing their driver intros as we've got way too much smoke. But coming up next, it is the DNQ Busch Series feature.
Busch, as crisp and cold as a mountain stream. It has the same great taste it's always had. Even the same sound. Busch.
Let's take a look at the D&Q Busch Series starting lineup, and on the 21 meets 21 pole is Brianna Lyons.
Row number 2, Zach Marquardt and David Allred. Holy fuck, this is going fast.
Yes, it is. We've got
Carver, Tim Norman, Row 5, Ryan Richmond, Joey Rudd.
There's a lot of peasants in this series. Alex Cunningham, Western champion, row 5.
Row 6, Andrew Tagliani and Brad Jeffords.
Row 7, John Jarrell and Wayne Love make his debut.
You love. Row 8, Dan Borman and Jonathan Maid.
Row 9, John Kinder and Josh Heidkamp.
Row 10, Jeff Shrewsbury and Ty Sykes.
Tim Williams, Claybrew, row 11.
Row 12, Mike Drought and Tim Morrison.
I'm done trying to keep up. That's it. D&Q Busch Series Tablets 2015 212cc per their engine stock. 390. All carts must be in the same gearing. EL tires, we've got a shit ton of them. $100 will get you in this series for an engine. Here we go, green flag run away. Brianna Lyons already behind. She was the fastest qualifier though, which was very impressive considering last year she did not run that well.
Watermelon Lady dropping back as whoa, big hit!
We have just rear clipped the go-kart, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Heidkamp goes for a spin. Let's look at that again. He gets in the outside lane, gets in that angel dust that was in the IROC seat.
Oh, pig!
You gotta clean the top off.
Big hit!
Wow. Well, we're getting ready to restart. Good news for Brianna Lyons. She gets to, well, no. Yeah,
Josh Heidkamp's an underneath guy on Sunday, so he knows how to work on the rear end of that go.
Yeah, he's going to have to after this. Look at this field here. We have 20-something go-karts here, and wow, that is impressive.
Wow, this is a shit show. The battle is for third, and somebody's already up in the angel dust again.
We've got 17, we've got like 20-something. The battle's for 43rd.
I don't know who any of these people are.
No, I'll try to help you out. I don't know. I think Armstrong's leading right now. Randy Armstrong, who ran the IROC.
Randy Armstrong. All right, yeah, he's making his. He's doing double duty today. Second race of the night, but he will not race Cup because he's fucking pussy.
Yeah, you know, if you're gonna run the Cup Series, you gotta have a set of balls between your legs, so that eliminates at least half the field.
God, this looks like we're going so slow.
It does, and because you are.
Yeah, you are. You're going like 25 miles.
This is, well, here you got Ryan Richmond and Mike Carter over there battling for the positions. Jordan Rummage, he is up to 4th. That is Armstrong, Derek Allred, Brianna Lyons, and Jordan Rummage. They are your top 4.
God, you know what this reminds me of? The 14-mile-an-hour go-karts that we rode in Myrtle Beach. The best race of the year.
Yeah, that was hands down. That is the nicest I've ever gotten kicked out of a go-kart place in my life. Well, guys, when it's turned backwards, that's not good. So, yes.
All right, Watermelon's third, and the Red Rocket gets passed for 4th.
So let's talk about stages here in this race. What is your favorite stage of the races as we go on here today?
Well, Bob, my favorite stage is Candy's Cabaret right next to Victory Lane.
Yes. Mine would hands down be the treasure chest in Myrtle Beach.
Yes, another great stage. I think that might be stage 2.
Yes, and Stilettos in North Charleston.
Stilettos is the final stage because it will forever live in my world.
And you get $2 bills for change in Stilettos.
R.I.P. Stilettos. We love you.
Yes, and as we were watching, God, I miss that place.
Yeah. Oh, Brianna Lyons.
Brianna Lyons sideways, Tom Markham sideways. My wife is going to divorce me after we're done with this video, however. She's sitting next to me as we talk about Stilettos. And we have the Busch Series field. Heading down here.
All right, this is as good of a race as you're going to see in Las Vegas.
Oh, we've got a fucking shit show.
Sideways, that was for last.
Ding Dong with his Earnhardt stash and Thomas Markham making his debut.
The Ding Dong shit looks fucked up.
Yeah, you know what? What's funny is the Markhams, all 3 of them are now racing in D&Q.
I don't know how this one. Oh, here we go. We got to instant replay.
Thomas Markham gets sideways. Ding Dong hits him.
Ding Dong kills him.
Yeah, that's a front clip for Dong already. Clip count 1. Front. Ding Dong.
All right, so we know the toes off for sure.
Yeah, but it looks good to him. I saw Ding Dong checking stagger down in the garage earlier. He had the tape measure at the bottom of the tire and was checking it on the other side. So we know he's got a lot more stagger than what he thinks he does. As we were on board with Armstrong, here as he heads down into 3 and 4, he was leading this race earlier. Oh, sorry, we're on board with Richmond. Ryan Richmond, as he was behind teammate Zach Marquardt.
Yeah, and if they're smart, they'll push because they look like they're down on power. Wow, they gave him a shot, but got a shot on the inside as well. Let's see if this high line sticks, as we saw Tim Kuhn do earlier in the IROC race.
Tim Norman making the move on him. Norman's got no gloves. Very Arca. No gloves. And we saw Tim Norman at the fair last year break a rib, and he came back to run the championship race, only to finish third or fourth. I think he finished third overall last year, but he's back, and he's got a new car. He's ready to go. As the field head down to one, and Alex Cunningham is now leading, and he won the championship last year. Finished second every race except for the championship.
Fuck, there's a lot of pheasants here. Where's Alex Cunningham?
He's leading.
Alex Cunningham's leading.
In a Roush jacket, believe it or not.
Oh, okay. So this is the best Roush has run all year.
Yes, 100%.
And Roush won the first race, so Roush is on the comeback.
Yeah, absolutely. And Roush Racing, that may be the theme for tonight. We've got Roush won IROC, they might win Busch too.
Maybe they need a shit can Bubba Wallace and Ryan Reed for
Phil
Alex
Gould and Alex
Cunningham.
Cunningham. You're probably, you know what? That would make a lot. If we were still in the talent version of racing, that would happen.
Yeah, but we're not. We're in the money version of racing.
Yeah, we're Yeah, I'll do that later.
We got a watermelon running for it.
There we go. Yeah. As the rest of the field heads down here, Cunningham has got a significant lead. The caution is out. Oh yeah.
We got one side.
That fucker's really clipped. That's both clipped for Ding Dong.
Oh god.
For sure. Yep.
All right, so he just pulled away, and I see that right rear fucking hopping.
Yeah, we didn't have any replay of that. I wish we did, because we'd give him shit. But you know what? I know for a fact Ding Dong can drive to Myrtle Beach and back without rear clip in a van.
Yeah, but he needs a 20-to-1 box.
You're right. Ding Dong drives a car like we used to drive the original Nintendo. It's either left at 90 degrees or zero. Your choice. The rest of the field heads down, and we have got Ding Dong's still out there as we're on board with Ryan Richmond, trying to battle Tim Norman, who last year, these two battled for a championship, but Richmond's got his shit together. I gotta say, Ryan Richmond has zero lead on his cart, he still runs good.
Yeah, and that's really surprising, especially at a place like Las Vegas, like we're at right now, racing just completely strung out after 3 laps.
Yeah, and you know what? Richmond's probably cheap lead on it too. You gotta remember that.
Yeah, we should definitely have another race here, so we can have another strung out race with 6 people in the race.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Except D&Q, the stands are packed.
Yeah. We've got Cunningham, Allred, Armstrong, Rana lines. You know what? Chad Arnder's part of that deal now, and he brought us beer. So we got to talk about Chad, and he's got that thing running right. I know he does tires for him.
Yeah, Chad Arnder, he brought us at least good beer. He brought us some Founders Porters. Fucking good. my favorite commercial of all time is coming up.
Out here, a man isn't measured by where he started. Just where he finishes.
Up out of turn 4, takes the Rumble win!
Champions one race at a time.
Hi, I'm Boston Reed, broker-owner at Lead 2 Real Estate Group in Charlotte. We know that when you consider selling your home, you have 2 questions. How much will my home sell for today? And what agent will sell my home for the maximum price with the least hassle in the shortest amount of time? At Lead 2, we know where the buyers are and how they search for a home. Today's tech-savvy home buyers are searching on the most popular real estate websites. Buyers may see hundreds of photos before they ever decide to see a property in person. We ensure that your property gets accurate information and maximum exposure on sites such as Realtor.com, Zillow, and Truly with us. We would love the opportunity to come out, meet you, and show you how we can help get your home marketed and sold.
I bought and sold my house through Boston Reed, and it was the best experience I've ever had in my life.
You know what? Go to Lead 2 Real Estate if you are buying or selling your house. They're for racers, by racers. They will cut your sell and buy time almost in half. Just depends on who you go through, but I would highly suggest Lead 2. As Alex Cunningham leads this race, putting Thomas Markham another lap down because he is junked today. And you know what, Alex, last year's champion, running well here. And you know what, he has just got nothing but better as white flags now.
Yeah, I mean, he's really started out as a peasant. He got his shit together, and he's got one or two
the
more
caution! The caution is out!
Zach Marquardt's pissed.
He's mad. Wait for it. There it is.
Yes! Good!
Yes. Jordan Rummage. No surprise
Fuck you,
there.
Jordan Rummage.
No surprise there. Mad at Rummage. Well, you know what? He's pissed for a reason. I'm sure we've got replay of this. Let's look at it again.
I bet. Rummage is not scared to shit can somebody. And
there it is.
I can't see shit.
No, you can't see it. But in the distance, Rummage shit cans him and look right here. That's good. That's 3/4.
Hey, Zach Marquardt, don't be a little bitch. Don't throw the foam at him. Throw your fucking helmet at him, pussy.
Well, we're getting ready to go. We're gonna get the green and white here, and we get the green and white, but the black flag is already out for second and third.
Here we go. The battle is for third.
Richmond makes the move.
Richmond on the gas.
It's kill or be killed. Kill or be killed there in the Busch Series. Alex Cunningham's gonna take home the win. What a finish. Kill or be killed in the Busch Series in the final restarts.
They are battling all the way back through 15.
Well, Alex Cunningham takes home the win in the Busch Series. He checked out there towards the end and was strolling. But you know what? It's just all about tire selection. Derek Allred finished second again in this series.
Alex Cunningham, I think his luck's finally turned around. He's been bridesmaid. We called him Martin Truex Jr. We called him Kevin Harvick. He could lead those laps. He could be dominant. He could know what to do except win the race. Now he's coming around to actually winning the races. Congratulations, Alex Cunningham. Derek Allred, now it's time for you to get your shit together.
Alex Cunningham takes home his second career win. Champion last year. Let's go down to victory lane and talk to him. Last year's champion, Alex Cunningham, comes home in victory lane down here in the Milltona 35 for the DNQ Busch Series. And Alex, Busch is the sponsor of this series. Thanks. Yeah, it's all right. Busch Series says you've earned it. You've definitely earned this one.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. It's started this new chassis deal, making these hammered carts, and gonna start making them and selling them. And this is third race out with it, and pretty happy with it.
Now you had to start deep in the field. You did not qualify as well as you would have hoped with the impound procedure. You had to be nervous going into that feature race.
No, I wasn't that nervous. I knew I wasn't going to qualify that good. I did my tires for the impound. I knew it was going to be a 35-lap race. I knew the track was going to get hard and black, and just stuck to my gun and knew I'd eat it in qualifying, but it'd pay off in the race.
Now starting for the points, this is a whole new point steal this year. You're the man to beat now on the top of the totem pole. You think you'll be able to hold it off the whole season?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. It's going to be a long season. It'll be fun.
Alex Cunningham takes his hammer cart into victory lane here today. Derek Allred comes home second place here tonight in the DNQ Busch Series, and Alex Cunningham must have finished second 15 times last year. It seems like you're starting to take up where he left off.
Yeah, sounds like it. This is a repeat of November. He got me there in the end of that one, and he got to the lead a little quicker this time than he did last time. But I'm just happy to come home second and survive everything.
The DNQ Busch Series, we did a qualifying impound for this race. How did you approach that, knowing that you were not going to be able to adjust your cart after qualifying?
I just tried the best I could to have it set before I qualified, and then I didn't really change anything. I went same thing qualified on what I raced on. So it worked out. I was hoping it would, but it did. It worked out for me.
Derek Allred's freezing. He's got short sleeve shirt on, so hopefully he can get a long sleeve shirt on and warm up. Ryan Richmond takes home the ZM Motorsports cart in third here today in the DNQ Busch Series feature. Not a bad run for you, having to start fairly deep in the field.
Yeah, qualifying was a little free, but we worked on a little air pressure adjustment. It came in good about halfway. I was still running back 7th, 8th, and just drove right back up to 3rd. So it was pretty good.
We saw your teammate Zach Marquardt throw his neck brace at Jordan Rummage. I saw he got dumped there at the end of that race. Is that a thing that we see in this DNQ Busch Series where there's just guys just knock each other out of the way?
Oh, yeah. Actually, I had to punt Rummage's teammate Norman, so the ZM Motorsports Rummage feud probably just started. So,
well, we'll see where this goes from here. But for now, Richmond heads home in third place.
Well, the DNQ Cup Series drivers are doing their driver intros. Coming up next is a feature race, the Milltona 50.
whiskey made to the standards of a king. And nothing has changed since.
Stephen Padula, Mooresville, North Carolina, GRP and Padula Excavating, and we ride a Phantom Recon.
LJ McClary, Redding, California, Prestige Motorsports.
Pole with LJ McCleary on the outside pole. Green flag are underway. I want to know, Brad Buskirk having engine issues. He will be with us shortly.
Yeah, he had engine issues earlier in the heat race, but held on enough to get a good finish. Let's see if he can get out there. You do not go a lap down in the Cup Series. This is an extremely physically demanding race. 50 laps with built engines, so you are hauling ass through this racetrack here. And as we see Padula and McCleary out here running, but man, the Milltona 50, one of those Iron Man races, if I will say. Yeah, but the key right here is Padula's leading. He's got GRP Power, who's won the last 2 races. The only thing that's different here, that used to be Timmy Nye kart. That is not a Timmy Nye go-kart anymore. That is a Padula go-kart with GRP Power. GRP said, I am sick and fucking tired of all the old ladies and not old ladies and the ex-old ladies and new old ladies. I'm done with that bullshit. He got somebody who knows what the fuck they're doing and can wheel the motherfucking shit out of a go-kart. Yes. And that's Steve Padula, and he's leading. He was, you know what? He said, you know what? If you're going to have an old lady, make it be one random once a month. And that's why he got Steve Padula, and I'm sure Padula runs through all kinds of trim once a month. Oh, yeah. I mean, if I owned an expediting company and had a badass red truck everywhere I went, I'd be running through all kinds of shit. You know what's funny is if you go to the gas station where the Indian dude owns it, right before 3 splits into Odell School, there's 5,000 Padula people there every day. I'd say, baby, flip over and let me play in the mud. That's right. Well, as that's going on, Eddie Hahn Jr. working on the 46 machine. And you know what? These guys towards the back, Hyatt, Petit, and DeHaan. Eddie looks like he's all right. Looks like he's going to make a move on Petit. But this Cup Series, man, there's such a difference in power. I mean, you've got all the horsepower in the world. Looks like Markham's struggling, but they get strung out pretty quick. But if somebody screws up, they're right up their ass right away. Yeah, I mean, you see Holzbauer there. Holzbauer's a veteran now. You know, he's been doing this 2-3 years. He knows how to run this race. And if Padula's not careful, he's going to burn his shit up and not be able to make lap 50. Which we got our first caution of the race here. Petit goes for a spin off of 2. Let's look at that again. He's already sideways by the time we get it, but that's just going to happen in the Cup Series. And I'm telling you, as Buskirk's getting his shit together here, he's getting ready to fire her back up. Yeah, you know, showing the crowd a little ass crack right there. So yeah. It looks like him and his crew chief, Chris Williams, got that sumbitch finally fired. Let's see if he can keep it running, get back out there before this caution's over. We're about to go back green and 7. The DNQ Cup Series cars, 8 including Buskirk as we're jumping left. Whoa! Hyatt is hung up, and yeah, they're going to throw that caution out really quick there. Yeah. You know what, I got to say, the Cup Series, not many carts, but I will say it is probably the best competition. Oh, there we go. That sumbitch is running. Here we go. Buskirk with the Kart City Performance onboard cam finally back out there. Yeah, welcome back. And he gets to start last. We're on board with him. We got the driver cam. Yeah, we're on board with Buskirk here today, and we're going to see how physically demanding this race is, although he has missed probably 30 laps of this feature. As the Konas after the Cup Series, you know what? The Cup Series, although the lowest car count, has the best driving talent, hands down. Yeah, I mean, you've got to at least be able to wheel a little bit to even hang on this. That's why we don't see people like David Crops in here anymore. Yeah, and you know, the Cup Series costs money to run, and the people with the big budgets are going to run it as we are back underway with the green flag, and you know what? Tough shit. And DeHaan went to the top. He's running second right now. God. That's how quick that was. Yeah, DeHaan went from about 6th to 1st. I mean, here we see Buskirk I don't know. I can't tell if that engine's running good or not. I mean, he's under power at least.
Yeah, it took him a while to get it started. Now he started as we're on board with him. And look how little he turns the wheel here. It is amazing to watch how little bit of wheel turn he has as we're on board with him. This is his office for the next 50 laps.
Yeah, it is. And Buskirk, he knows how to lead races. He just can't finish them. I mean, we saw somebody that knows the exact same story, Alex Cunningham, get his first win of the year, the biggest race of the year earlier. Let's see if Buskirk can come back and get it done himself.
Well, right now it is McCleary and Padula. DeHunt running third with Holzbauer in fourth. And you know what? These two are the class of the field, obviously, with power and with tires. And you know what? LJ McCleary didn't start off as the best driver in the Cup Series. I think now he probably is the best driver in the Cup Series.
LJ McCleary knows how to get it done. You know, he built a brand new motor. I went by the shop this winter and they were working on it. You know, that motherfucker sounded like it had some ass to it. It was a hoss, and it looks like it's paying off. The only person I didn't see this offseason is GRP. He's a little bit more secretive as we go back on board with Buskirk.
One hand wheel in it, looks like it. The right hand barely touches the wheel. He's limp noodle handing that right hand right there. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, just ask his old lady about the limp noodle. But Buskirk trying to save his tires, I think.
Watkins Glen doesn't give anything. It takes. You can get in trouble anywhere on this track. Probably 35 trouble spots. It's my style of track. It's tough and aggressive. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. The racetrack wins a lot of the time.
Busch Beer is proud to bring you the great tracks of NASCAR, now featuring Watkins Glen International.
Pretty, all the scenery around it. But it's not a country drive by no means.
We're in Speedway for the Milltona 50, and we are under caution as David Markham's engine has spewed oil all over the racetrack. Now let's look at that again.
Yeah, another Markham in trouble the second time this evening as we see David Markham. That's a little bit surprising for the first race. They let that motor expire like it did.
There's $1,000 right there. Out of control as Markham is done for the night. Tough break for him. We knew he ran so well last race as DeHunt and Oti go to the top for this restart. And you start up top, you might as well if you're that far back.
Yeah, a little bit surprising for people like Buskirk, who was all the way back there in fourth. You thought he would have gone to the top. Wow, horrible restart for Buskirk.
We're back under a green flag, and these carts average roughly almost 60 mile an hour at the end of the straightaways here at the Millbridge Speedway. Oh my God.
Busker jumping left rears rips the whole body off.
Holy shit.
Our onboard camera is gone.
Full-blown debris caution right there. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
That is actual debris, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what a debris, yeah. Thanks, Star City. Thanks a lot.
We got the camera back, though.
Yeah, we do. That all came off in one piece, so that's good. Buskirk driving a modified now.
Yeah, his arrow is fucked. He's going to be tight as shit. All of the nose downforce is completely gone now. But running back and forth, not even a threat for the lead.
Goes to the top.
And he's going all the way up
to the front. He'll know what camber he's got to run when he comes back here at least.
Fuck it.
There's no doubt about that. I cannot believe that shit. That is amazing.
Busker getting Padula on the front row for this restart.
That's DQ for you. DeHaas's going to push the shit out of him. He's probably fucked. Here we go. Green flag. And he's got a good restart. I love this shit.
He's on the gas. They're side by side.
Look at that.
Oh, no, he's in the Angel Dust.
Well, you know what? You got to give him a shot. You watch the... Yeah, we got a spinner. We stay green.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Stay green.
It's DQ. Here we go. Padula leads. McCleary second, Holzbauer third, and Buskirk in fourth to go on board with him.
The top four are now nose to tail. Anybody here is a threat for the lead. As you see McCleary pressure Padula even a little bit more for that top spot.
You know, Holzbauer kind of lurked around for the first half of this race, and now he's pouncing. This is a Milltona 50 classic. Either you've got it or you don't, but I'm telling you what, I think Holzbauer's got something for him here towards the end of this race.
You know, he's a veteran. He knows how to save his tires. I mean, but L.J. McCleary also really good at saving his shit until the very end. Padula's the rookie here. I mean, let's see if L.J. McCleary, who clearly has good power, gives him a shot down the backstretch. Has he been saving his shit, or has he been burning it up?
I don't know. I will say in this Cup Series, though, when you enter that corner, you better drag the brake. That seems to be the way these guys were getting around this racetrack. And I talked to Padula earlier today, and he said, you know what, the only way I can get some speed through here is to dive it down in the corner and just barely drag some brake in this Cup Series engines with all this power. And that's what's getting me through the corner.
Well, I bet the guys like Eddie DeHaan Jr. would have loved to know that before the race started. Because
he's all the way out of the gas.
Half a lap down.
Yeah, absolutely. He's all the way out of the gas, just letting it roll. He's just out there making a paycheck.
Yeah, as we go back on board with Buster, not dragging the brake, you see him completely out of the black line there as he gets pulled.
Well, he's out of aero. He's out of downforce. He's got to drag the brake.
Yeah, I mean, if the splitter was dragging before, it's not anymore.
No, absolutely not. It's up actually a half inch throughout
the splitter is not on the car.
And he has finally said, fuck it.
He's off the pace.
He's fine. He was out running Eddie DeHaan Jr. without a nose on. I'll put it to you that way.
Yeah, but the battle for the lead is still tight as fuck. Here we go. We got a couple laps left. We're winding down here to the end. Padula is still flawless.
Quality, not quantity. And that's exactly what the Cup Series is, as we look at Padula and McCleary battling it out here.
Yeah, we see two different driving styles there. We see McCleary arc it off in there, you know, maybe roll a little bit in the beginning, but then get back to the gas soon. And you see Padula maybe roll a little bit more, but he takes the tighter line to the bottom, gets back to the gas later in the corner, but it seems to be working for him.
Padula has the Tim Nye line down to a science, and he's starting to, we've got a caution back out here.
Go, ladies and gentlemen.
Really, yes, here we go. The cone is out. DeHaan goes to the top, the only one. Or maybe somebody else. Yeah, OT went to the top.
He was dead last.
Yeah, you don't blame these guys for going to the top here, trying to make some shit happen. If you're running second, though, like McCleary, you're like, what the fuck? I gotta deal with this peasant.
Yeah. McCleary on the gas now.
Yeah, green flag back underway. DeHaan slides into third as Hillsbauer tries to make the move. And he sticks it. Surprisingly.
Yeah, McCleary, all the pressure in the world with 5 to go. He's all on the left rear, and he's still stuck. Does he stay in there? No, he can't.
DeHaan tries to go to the outside of him. Can he steal another win?
No, not tonight.
No, it doesn't look like it.
L.J. McCleary still right on the back bumper. Does he have enough? Is he that big of a dick? He gives him a shot on it again. He's got the speed. All he's got to do is make the move.
McCleary and Padula, the two that could win this Milltona 50. They are battling it out for the win. McCleary trying to cut down underneath Padula.
Padula has led flag to flag so far. Can he hold on for 2 more laps? 1 more lap now. 3 corners to go.
McCleary gets to the back bumper. Can he make the move?
All he's got to do is push him out of the way, but no, he can't get it done. Padula wins his first Milltona 50 GRP. Still flawless. Has won every single Milltona 50 again.
Well, Steve Padula takes home the win in the Milltona 50. Brandon GRP takes home his 3rd Milltona 50 trophy.
That's 3 for 3 for Brandon GRP. He knows how to get that shit done. He always brings the big smoke here to the Milltona 50. But what I want to say is Padula might have got the win, but L.J. McCleary was the fastest. L.J. McCleary needed to get on the fucking Bojangles. He needed to get on the motherfucking watermelon and the goddamn pan of grape soda, and he needed to turn that motherfucker for the win. This is Milltona 50. You're a pussy, L.J. McCleary.
He needed to get it done, but he did not. But let's go down and talk to our winner, Steven Padula. Okay? Always good to hear from Padula in the GRP-powered machine. McCleary comes up short. He is down there with Eddie. Let's talk to him. LJ McCleary comes in second there, and LJ, towards the end, that last restart, I thought you had something for Padula. Just you jumped up on his back end, but couldn't make the pass.
No, we just, as soon as I'd catch him center off there, he wouldn't come up off the bottom and kind of just, we could get a run on him, but just couldn't do nothing with it there the last few laps.
Here in this DNQ Milltona 50, the most physically demanding race we run all year, did it take its toll on you about halfway?
Definitely. Arms are a little spaghetti now, you know, but we made it through, you know. Not 100% at the end, but we were pretty damn good, so I'm happy with it.
Well, a physically grueling day for LJ McCleary, but he does come home in the second place and he'll take some money home with him as well.
For the win, but Holzbauer lost a left rear and wrecks the Hunt in the process.
Yeah, but that wasn't his fault. He's a front changer.
Yes, that's true. Yes. Padula went on to take the win. Let's go down to victory lane.
Stephen Padula wins the DNQ Milltona 50 here at the Millbridge Speedway. As he gets out of the cart, they don't want to spray beer because they are scared it'll smell weird. So, in the trailer.
Great, just not on the go-kart.
Yeah.
I better watch out, Kerosene.
There he goes. He's spraying everywhere. I have got I'm going to blink a lot while I interview you. I have so much shit in my eyes from that race. Steven, towards the end of that race, the 5 to go caution, it was all you had there to hold off LJ McCleary.
Yeah, he was real good on the short run. After about 6 laps, mine would get to going off the corner, but for about 6 laps, he was way better than I was up off the corner. I just did all I could do to just outdrive him, to be honest with you. I mean, there ain't no other way about it. I was out front, and I had to do what I had to do to stay out front. So
it's a 50-lap race, very physically demanding. Did you have any point in time? I mean, I saw the cross flags. I was like, holy crap, we still got 25 laps to go. How was that in the driver's seat?
I mean, when you're leading, you don't try to think about stuff like that. You just keep trying to hit your mark, hit your mark, hit your mark. So, I mean, when we got that 5 to go caution, I lifted up off the steering wheel. My arms were a little cramped, but man, at that point in time, you just got to do what you got to do and get it done, you know. So, but other than that, I was all right, you know. I got my sissy strap, or so what I call it, hooks my arm to my head, so my head don't flop over. But yeah, other than that, we was all right. So
it's got to feel good to get your first ever D&Q Series win. This being one of the biggest races, the Milltona 50, your picture will go in the trophy for as long as we do this. So got to be special for you.
Yeah, it's a good deal. Second time I've ever come race with you guys. The first time I was a little down on horsepower. This time I got GRP horsepower. There he is, man. That motor's awesome. There ain't nothing else like it that I've ever rode. So I gotta say thanks to him and all my other crew back there. But yeah, this is a good deal right here. It's a good deal what you guys do for these guys too. It makes it fun, you know. We do a lot of competitive go-kart racing. It's all for money and it takes the fun out of it. This is good and fun. So.
Stephen Padula takes his Padula Excavating Services card into victory lane here today in the D&Q Winston Cup Series.
Congratulations, appreciate it, buddy.
Great job. Well, another Milltona 50 is in the books, and Bill, a couple cocktails here up in the booth at the Millbridge Speedway. It was a very good Milltona 50, to say the least.
Daddy's fucking cocked by the time this motherfucker got that. It was good. The peasants, more peasants than I've ever seen in my life, put on a great race. The greatest race of all was the Cup race, though. I mean, there might have only been 8 cars, but goddamn, that was a shootout for the win. LJ McCleary and Padula really got their shit together. Buskirk doesn't have anything worth the fuck. Holzbauer needs to get his shit together. Those boys, they know how to win races. They've done it before. They didn't have shit for those guys. I mean, I don't know what to say going forward here in the rest of the year, especially at the next race, AAR Speedway.
AR Speedway, the site of our next DNQ Cup Series race. For Bill Chester, I am Bob Duato. We will see you guys in Kernersville, North Carolina.
I'm not wearing any pants.